Here's a look at the shipping system we're using for the Digispark project. Here's the screen. You hit the button to advance. It tells you what to pack both on the screen and in a voice. So we'll go ahead and grab a case. The 2 panels make up the set of 4 cases. And stick it in an envelope. And then we hit the button. And it tells us what to get next. 5 Digisparks here. And we hit the button, and it tells us the next item. Each item has a letter assigned to it, with a few exceptions, like the Digisparks, because we ran out of letters. On that label that has the letter, it also tells us what the kit is, so when we're refilling those boxes, we get them right. These are 12-pack soda boxes. We found are perfect for the table. You can also hit a button on the keyboard, any key. The buttons are actually just, momentary buttons connected to a Digispark. And the Digispark is acting as a USB keyboard. So when you hit a button, it's actually just hitting space as far as the computer is concerned. And since the command line program is set up to take any key as an input to advance to the next item, it advances whenever you hit a button. We have 3 of the buttons down the table, so one's always in reach, and then the keyboard is on the table, and we also have a wireless number pad because we have a few more advanced functions on the software that use number entry. So here we move on to the proto boards, or the boards, rather than the kits. And these all get put in a little baggie. I'm just grabbing them here. Probably the slowest part is counting the boards. We had an automated piece of equipment that used compressed air to shoot the boards out and count them as they flew by with infrared. But we scrapped that in for a lack of time to test it and perfect it, and just not having enough space or energy to set it up at this point. In the last steps, we put the headers in, that button tells us how many stickers go in the envelope. Those are the green backer only stickers, and here are the Digispark, general Digispark stickers. And then we put it on the scale and hit the button. And it'll read the weight and compare it to the weight it thinks it should be. This is off because cases are all slightly different weights. And then we just hit another key to go ahead and print anyway. But that might prompt us to double check it. And here comes the label with its postage on it. And we go ahead and put that on the envelope, and it's set to go. So here's a few of the features. Here's the USB scale, which is a stamps.com scale. I found some source code online that read the weight from the scale. It was written for Linux, but it was in C, and so I made the necessary changes so it would compile on Windows. So the shipping script just calls that command line app when it needs the weight and grabs it from there. And our Dymo 4XL printer, which connects just as a printer. It's a label printer, but the computer sees it as a printer, and the Indicia Dazzle software connects to it and takes care of postage and all that. We just send it data through XML, and then we wait for its XML file response. And then here's a closer look at the 3 buttons that are connected to the Digispark. And these just pull it high. It's got a pull down resistor on the Digispark itself. And here's a look at the Digispark. Hard to see it, it's in the dark because it's connected underneath the computer. I have the LED blinking on it. I was just using that for debugging to show me that it was working and there was no overflows or it hadn't frozen up or anything. and then I have another color of the RGB LED turn on and off each time a button is hit. I was using that for debugging as well. On the Digispark itself, I'm using the Digispark keyboard library, which comes with the Digispark version of the Arduino IDE, and it's pretty simple. There's just a command to send a keystroke to the computer you're connected to, and then I threw in some logic for debouncing the switch and turning the LEDs on and off, and that's really about it. I noticed it didn't pick up the voice of the computer telling you what to pack, so here's a little sample of what that sounds like.
3 case. 35 Digispark. 10A.
Voices from the eSpeak project, which is a open source cross-platform text-to-speech engine. And that's our setup.